Right, good morning. This is the hardest bit where I need to book this. Yeah, you should be able to see me. Okay, we got 1 minute and then we're going to start. Morning, everybody. I hope you're well. Tonight, it's going to make you bigger. Oh, okay. We'll start this morning in a child's pose, so you can find your way there. We'll start. You can either bring your knees together or knees nice and wide, so totally up to you. And today we'll do, I put on my Instagram that we'll do like a vinyasa, but it's going to be really nice and dynamic, so we're going to make it more stretchy. Yeah, so be ready for the weekend, and I hope that's okay. Cool. Okay, so if you just joined us, we're going to start in a child's pose in a second. Make sure you got water, and this morning you don't need any props, so you don't need anything, nothing for the stretchers or straps or anything like that. But yeah, so we'll start in a child's pose, and as I said, you can bring your knees together or you can bring your knees nice and wide, totally up to you, so choose whatever works for you. I always like to bring my knees nice and wide so that I can open into the hips a bit more so I can go a bit deeper. But again, that's totally up to you. So when you're ready, let's bring our hands down, walking your hands forward and making sure you're resting your forearms, your elbows, your hands down so you're not engaging through the shoulders. And then drop either your forehead down or maybe bring the side down. And then close your eyes. Just allow the body to be heavy for a moment. Nice. So slowly start drawing your awareness towards your breath. And just feeling how the breath flows in and out. Are you breathing through the nose or through your mouth? And when you're ready here, take a few deep breaths in on your own. Just make your next inhale a tiny bit longer than the last one. Do the same with your exhale. And just taking a few deep breaths in and out. No rush with the breath. You can slow it down. Good. So let's take another 2 rounds here. Just one more. And with our last deep exhale, breathe all the way out to let go of the deep breath. Good. And let your next inhale to be short again. Just coming back to your easy breath. And then we'll slowly come back to the body. So moving your fingers and your toes. Then moving your head side to side, so moving into your neck. And then moving your hip side to side as well, so bring pressure onto one leg and then onto the other leg. Lovely, and gently lift your head up in here. Let's look to our hands and lift up into our first tabletop position. And here, just your wrists will come underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. So we're going to move into the spine straight away here. So we're going to inhale, we'll drop the belly. We'll lift through the spine, not through the spine, through the tailbone, and lift through the chest. And then exhale, we'll round through the back. So bringing the chin to the chest. Inhale again, dropping the belly, lifting through the chest. And exhale, let's round again. One more time, inhaling. And exhaling. Good, back to the neutral. Tabletop in here, we'll press into the left hand. Inhaling, right arm reaches high. And then exhale, we're going to draw the right arm underneath the left butt. Hover the shoulder off the mat. Inhale, press into the left hand again. Right arm reaches high. Just repeat that movement and exhale. We'll draw that arm underneath. Just hover. Inhale again. One more time. Reaching it up. High and then exhale. We'll draw that arm underneath and bring the shoulder down this time. Good. And from here, just slide your left hand forward. Come onto the fingertips. Press into the fingertips. So you're activating through the left shoulder here. Hips are still over your knees. We're going to take another 2 breaths. One more. Good. So sliding your left hand back underneath the left shoulder. Press into it. Inhale, we're going to reach the right arm high. And exhale, we're going to lower the right hand down into the mat. Tuck your right toes under. Push the right heel back and lift the toes off the mat. Take a breath in here. And exhale, we're going to draw the right knee to the right elbow. We're going to step the right foot outside of the right hand. Good. Bring the foot down. Walking your hands forward here. Come onto the fingertips and drop your hips. Good. So first, lizard lunge in here. Now what we'll do is we're going to tuck our back toes under. Really lift through the chest in here. So look forward. We're going to inhale, lift that back knee off the mat. And exhale, drop the back knee down. Got 3 more. So inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, we'll drop down. 2 more. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, drop down. Good. Last one. Inhale, we'll lift. And exhale, we'll drop that knee down. Untuck the back toes. Come onto the palms. Push your hips a tiny little bit back so the left hip comes over the left knee. And then swing your right leg back. So you're back in your tabletop position. And we're going to go to the left from here now, but we're going to start with the triangle. So press into the right hand. Inhale, left hand reaches high. Exhale, let's bring that left arm underneath, but you're going to hover the shoulder. Good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring it underneath and hover. Good. Last time. Inhale it up. Exhale, we're going to bring that arm underneath and drop the shoulder down this time. Good. Hips are staying high and slide your right arm forward. Come onto the fingertips and press the fingertips into the mat. Hold it for 3. Good. Last breath here. Good. So sliding your right hand back underneath the shoulder. Press into it. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, drop the left hand into the mat. Good. Tuck your left toes under. Push the heel back. Lift the toes off the mat. Let's take a breath in here. Exhale, draw the left knee to the left elbow and step that foot outside of the left hand. Wiggle it a tiny little bit forward and walk your hands a bit more forward. Come onto the fingertips again. Drop the hips towards the mat and let's tuck the back toes under. So we're going to inhale here. Lift the back knee off the mat. Exhale, drop it back down. Good. Inhale again. Lift it up. Look forward. Exhale, drop it down. You got last 2 here. So inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, dropping down. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, drop the knee down. Come back onto the palms. Untuck the back toes. Push the hips back. And we're going to swing the left leg back. And we're going to tuck both of the toes under here now. You can slide your hands a tiny little bit forward. Let's find our first downward facing dog in here. So hips will go high. Look into your knees in here. And move around to pedal it out. Lovely. You can always lift the leg up in here, move into the hips. Maybe just move the hips side to side. That feels good. Lovely. We'll take in another 2 breaths here. 1 more. Good. Inhale here. Let's look up to the hands and exhale. Walk your feet all the way to the top of the mat. When you get here now, let's inhale, lift halfway for the first time. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, we're going to come up and reach the arms over our head. Exhale, let's fold back down over the legs. So nice and gentle bend through the knees. Inhale, lift halfway here. Exhale, we're going to place the hands down. We'll step back and find our first high plank. Nice, in your high plank in here, making sure your shoulders are over your hands, you're hugging your belly in, and you're pushing your heels to the back of the room. Good, look down between your hands, and here we're going to hold for another 2. 1 more breath. Good, from here now, drop the knees, untap the toes. Inhale, drop all the way down into the mat. So chest comes down. Nice, so we're going to slide our hands off the mat to the side, so they're kind of like on a line with the shoulder. Come onto the fingertips again, so palms are off the mat. And make sure your elbows are facing all the way up. We're going to take a breath in here. We'll lift the chest up. And exhale, we're going to gently drop back down. 2 more. So inhale, lift. Exhale, dropping down. Good. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, we'll drop down. Good. So from here, slide the hands back underneath the shoulder. Tuck your toes. Find your downward facing dog again. Hips will go high. Taking 2 breaths here. Relax your head. 1 more. Inhale, look up to the fingers. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, we'll lift halfway. Exhale, folding over the legs. Inhale, we'll come up, reach the arms high again, so you got high mountain. Exhale, folding back down over the legs, all the way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we'll place the hands down, and here we'll step back and find a high plank. And we're going to find a bit of core work in here now. So you probably have done this exercise before, but you're going to stay in your high plank. Think about shoulders and hips will stay level. Only your knees are moving a bit. So we're going to inhale, drop the knees towards the mat. You're going to hover them off the mat. And then exhale, just going to lift them back up. Inhale again, we'll drop the knees. Just hover. Exhale, lift. Got 3 more. So inhale. Exhale, lift. Good. 2 more. Inhale, halfway. Go. Drop. Exhale, lift. Last one. So inhale. And exhale, lift. Good. Drop the knees down. Untuck the toes. Drop the chest down into the mat. Good. So we're going to find a bit of a different stretch in here. We're going to slide the right arm to the side. Palm is facing down. You can't see my arm, but palm is facing down. You're going to bring your right side of the head down. Press into the left hand. Finding a broken wing in here for a second. So you're coming onto your right hip, to your right shoulder. Good. Take another breath here. And we'll come back to the center. Straight away, we'll swap the arms. So the left arm goes to the side, palm is facing down, pressing into the right hand. Good. Coming onto your left shoulder, left hip. Another breath. And we'll come back onto our front. Slide both of your hands underneath the shoulder, tap your toes, and push up into your down dog. Taking 2 breaths here. Good. 1 more. Lovely. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, we're going to bring the right knee to the chest. Find your core again. Inhale, we'll push back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the chest. Last one, inhale, push back. Exhale, knee to the chest and step that right foot between both your hands. Good, place it down and then drop the back knee. And we'll untuck the back toes. If you need to pad your back knee now, so step on your mat. We're going to lift up in here through the chest. Good, and we're going to reach down high. Nice, hugging your belly in here. We're going to find a bit of a side stretch in here. So we're going to take a breath in. And exhale, we're going to lower right hand or arm down onto the right leg. Reach the left fingertips up and then reach them over your head. So you're looking for the stretch to the left side of the body here. Good. But think about your lower back in here. So you don't want to sink into the lower back. Hug the belly in. Good. You got another 2 breaths. Lovely. One more. Good. Coming back to the center here. We're going to inhale. Reach the right arm up again. And then exhale, we're going to find the opposite elbows over our head. So think about now pushing the elbows back, lifting through the chest. And we're going to lean forward over that right leg. Good. We'll tuck our back toes under here now. And we're going to lift the back heel, back knee off the mat. Looking down to your right foot, holding for 3. Super strong legs for 2. One more breath. And then gently drop that back knee down into the mat again. Untuck the toes. And we're going to drop the hands down to frame that right foot in here. Inhale, we'll lift through the chest and look forward. And exhale, we'll push the hips back. Super nice stretch, a half split stretch. Inhale, let's rock back forward, drop the hips, lift through the chest. Exhale, hips will go back. One more time, so inhale, rocking forward. And exhale, we'll push the hips back. Good, coming back forward here. Plant the palms, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Let's step that right leg back and float through the vinyasa here now. So what will be your first one? If you want to drop the knees, you can. Find your back bend. I'm going to stay low. Do you have a baby cobra or cobra? And eventually we'll meet him back in our down dog. We'll take 2 breaths. One more. And go into the left. So inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to the nose or to the middle. Inhale, push back. Exhale, knee to the middle. Last one. Inhale, push back. Exhale, draw it to the middle and step the foot between your hands. Drop the back knee and untuck the back toes. When you're ready, lift through the chest in here. Again, if you need to pad your knee, use your mats in here. We're going to reach down high. Good, and let's drop our left arm down onto the left leg. So inhale, lifting up. Exhale, find that side bend. So reaching that right arm over your head. Again, try not to sink into your lower back. 2 more breaths. Good, one more. Lovely. So coming back up, reaching the right arm up, and then reach your left arm up as well. Take a breath in. Exhale, find the opposite elbows here. Pushing the elbows back, lifting through the chest. Good, leaning forward over that left leg. And let's tuck the back toes, lift the back knee off the mat. Holding for 4. 3. Strong legs. You got 2. Last breath. And control and drop that back knee down again. Untuck the back toes, drop the hands to the mat. So frame your left foot in here. Let's inhale, lift through the chest, look forward. Exhale, your hips will go back. See if you can straighten that left. Like maybe lift the toes. Inhale, let's come back forward, lift through the chest. Exhale, hips will go back. Inhaling forward. And exhaling back. Lovely. Inhale, we'll rock back forward. Plant the palms, tap the back toes, lift the back knee. Step your left leg back. Flow through the vinyasa here. Meeting back in down dog. Good, taking a breath in here. And exhaling out. Good, dropping your knees down, bring them nice and wide. Untuck your toes and push your hips down to the heels. So we're going to find the child's pose in here, but we're going to keep working to the side of the body here now. So pressing into the hands, we're going to walk the hands all the way to the right. You're going to be off your mat. Your left hand will go on top of the right, so we're going to drop our head, drop our chest. And think about now taking deep breaths in, but trying to guide that deep breath to the left side of the body. One more breath here. Good, we're going to lift our head, press into the hands, walk the hands through the middle. To the other side, so coming off the mat on the left side, bringing your right hand on top now and dropping your head. Last breath here. Good, and lifting your head, look into your hands, walking the hands back to the center. And lifting up into your down dog, so tap the toes, hips will go high. Take a breath in here, and exhale out. Inhaling your right leg goes high. Exhale, let's step the right foot between the hands again. And this time we're going to lift up into a high lunge. So bringing arms over your head. Yes. Making sure shoulders are staying over your hips. You're bending into the front knee. Good. Taking another breath in here. And then exhale, we're going to open up into warrior two. This time bending into the front knee. Your back foot is down to the back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Again, shoulders over your hips. And here we're going to take another 2 breaths. Good, you got one more here. Lovely, let's open the front palm in here. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward and exhale, reverse. We've got another side stretch in here now. Make sure you know that this is not a back bend, so try not to arch into the lower back. Still hug your belly in here, so it's nice and engaged. And thinking about really lengthening through that right side of the body here. And bending through that front knee. You got another 2 breaths. Good, last one. Nice, back into warrior two. Let's take a breath here. And exhale, we're going to swing the arms down and find the mat. You're coming onto the back toes again. Pressing into the hands. And when you're stepping back now, see if you can bring that right leg high. So you're finding your 3-legged dog again, using your core. And we're going to inhale here. Exhale, draw the right knee to the left elbow. Inhale, we're going to push back. Exhale, we're going to draw the knee to the left elbow. You're going to straighten that right leg out to the side. We're going to lift the left arm up. Good, so you find a bit of side planking here. We'll take another 2. One more breath. And then you're going to slowly drop your hips into the mat. I hope you got that. I'm now facing the back view, but I'm actually going to turn around. So you got into a bit of a wide-legged fold. So what we'll do here now is we're going to find the fold over the legs. So hands will come down. You can bend through the knees as much as you can. And this is kind of our first wide-legged fold. So take it nice and easy. We're going to go back into it on the other side. The hands will come down. We're going to just walk the hands forward as far forward as you can. And if you can, maybe dropping down onto the forearms. You can stay on your hands. You can let your head come down. We're going to hold for 5. And you got 3 more. Nice. 1 more. Good. So slowly through the spine, rolling yourself up. Lovely. And we're going to bend through the left knee. Then bring the sole of the left foot now to your right inner thigh. So you still have that really nice wide standing here, so open through the hips. And we're going to inhale here, reach the arms high. And then exhale, we're going to find a bit of twisting here. So your right arm goes down onto the left knee. And left arm goes behind. So really nice and gentle twisting here. So I'm going to give you options to stay here. If you want to find another side stretch, we're going to reach the left arm up again. And you're going to gently reach towards your right toes now. Good. But holding onto that knee. That's going to keep your chest nice and open. You're not going to round through the back. So lift up in here. Good. You got another 5 breaths. 4. Good. Keep reaching. That's 2. Last breath. And gently come out. Good. Back to the middle here now. Okay, extend your left leg out again. And we're going to need to find our way back into that side plank that we had. So I'm going to turn myself around. So making sure your right hand comes down now. And you're using your core in here. So you're going to press into that right hand. Lift your hips off the mat first. Reach that left arm up. And then we're going to bring the left hand down. Turn, 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 turn. You can bring the right knee to the chest. And then step the right leg back. So you're back in your high plank. Float through the vinyasa here. Lovely. So we're back in our down dog. We'll take a breath here. And exhale out. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, step the foot between your hands. Place it down. And come up into your high lunge in here. So first one in your left side. Hug the belly. Good. Take another breath. Let's open up into warrior 2. Back foot comes down, back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Bending through that front knee. Relax the shoulders here. Good. Take another 2 breaths. 1 more. Good. Open through that front palm. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward. Exhale, reverse. Looking for the side stretch to the left side of the body here. Keeping that bend through that front knee. Then loose that and hug your belly in as much as you can. But still using that nice deep breath in here. Got another 3 here. And 2. Good. 1 more. Lovely. Back into warrior 2. Take a breath in. Exhale. Swing the arms down. Find the mat. Good. Pressing into the hands. Come onto the back toes. Step the left leg back. You got your 3-legged dog. Let's inhale. Exhale. Knee to the right elbow. Find that twist. Inhale. Push back. Exhale. Knee to the right elbow. This time straighten that right leg out. Drop onto the back foot. Lift up, hold for 2. For 1 more. And drop the hips down. All the way. Yes. And you're back in that wide-legged position. Good. We're going to find our fold again here. I wish I had a different colour leggings. You can't really see my legs, but you know where we're at. So hands will come down, walk them forward as far forward as you can. And maybe you can go a bit deeper this time. And again, letting your head come down. We're going to hold for 5. 3 more. Last breath. Nice. And then gently lifting your head, pressing into the hands, walking the hands back in. Nice. And we got our side bend on this side as well. So bend through your right knee. Sole of the right will come to your right inner thigh. Let's sit nice and tall. Inhale, reach them high. Exhale, you got that twist first. So your left hand will go onto the right and your right arm will go behind. Let's take a breath in here. And exhale. Good. Our option again is to stay here, or we're going to reach that right arm over our head and try to reach to your left toes now. So finding that side stretch again. And this should kind of feel nice and strong in your lower back, so the right side of the lower back. 5 more breaths. Good, last 2. Last breath. And gently coming out. Back to the middle. Good, extend your right leg out. So we need to come out from here the same way we got here. So exactly like we did on the right side. So left hand will come down. Drop your right toes in so you can press into that right foot and lift your hips, reach the right arm up. Good. And we're going to drop the right hand down. Turn, 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 turn. Hug your left knee in and step it back. Let's flow through the vinyasa here. We'll meet back in down dog. Good. Taking a breath in here. And exhaling out. Good. Find a high plank again here. And then drop down into the mat again. So drop the knees if you like first, and then your chest. Nice. So from here now, we're going to interlace the fingers behind us. All the way. And make sure you squeeze your palms together as well. Let's push the hands towards the toes. And making sure when you're lifting your chest up in now, you're going to press your feet into the mat. So feet are staying down. Don't lift your feet up. So we're inhaling here. And then exhale, see if you can lift your chest. Push your hands towards your feet and hold for 3, 2. Last breath. Good. Gently dropping your chest back down. Let go of the fingers. Bring your arms down the side. Bring one side of your head down. And just wiggle your hips side to side. Next, so we're going to go a bit of a different now, but we're still on our belly. We're going to try to find our feet now. So if this is going to be, we're going to do a poke pose. If this is too strong for you, you can do the same we just did. So interlating your fingers, finding that the lotus pose. If not, we're going to find our feet. So the right hand finds the outside of your foot and the left hand, the left side of your foot. And don't worry about the knees staying together. Just make sure your legs are nice and active. And what we'll do first in here now is to make sure the legs are active. You're going to press your feet into your hands. So press the feet into hands. You're going to lift your chest a tiny little bit in here. The legs are active. And let's take a breath in here. And then exhale, you're going to press your feet into the hands a bit more and lift through the chest in here. Good, looking forward. Neck is long, holding for 2. 1 more breath. Good, dropping the chest back down. Lovely, releasing your feet. Arms down the side of the body, bring your other cheek down. And wiggle your hips side to side again. Good. We'll do that one more time. Ready? Lift your head, find your feet. If not your feet, interlace the fingers. Activate your legs, so push your feet into your hands. Let's inhale here. And exhale, we'll lift. You can go a tiny bit more high this time. Hold in for 3. Stay strong. 2. Last breath. And drop it back down. Well done. Release your feet, arms down on the side. Bring your cheek down. And wiggle the hips side to side. Good. So from here, slide hands underneath the shoulder. Push your hips back and down into a child's pose in here. This should feel quite nice through the lower back. Really nice way to neutralize the spine. Nice. So we're going to lift our head up in here, come back through the tabletop. And we're going to find our way to seated. So cross your legs or bring your legs to one side. Bring your legs forward and shake the legs out. Lovely. So we're going to go and lay down on our back. And we're going to do a bridge pose first. And then we're going to try to go into inversions. And today, this is going to be really nice and gentle inversions. It's going to be a shoulder stand, and it's going to be an option. But I'll talk you through when we get there step by step. But for now, because we've done a lot of lower back bends now, we're just going to finish with the bridge pose as well. So if you need to move yourself a bit more forward on your mat, we're going to lay down on your back. We'll bring our feet nice and close to the hips. And your feet will be hip distance apart. So make sure they're not together. Your knees are facing all the way up to the ceiling. And we're going to bring arms down on the side of the body here. So ready here, we'll inhale, push the lower back into the mat, and then exhale, you're going to press into the feet and gently lift your hips off the mat. So back bends are something that's really, really nice to do in the morning because they give you a lot of energy. So that's why we're doing it this morning. Good, so making sure you're pressing into the feet, and here you're on your shoulders, and your arms are staying nice and active as well. So press through the elbows, through the hands in here. We'll take another breath in. And exhale super, super slowly. Dropping your hips back down. And when your hips are back down, just windscreen wipe the knees side to side. So drop the knees to one side and then onto the other. Okay, so we'll do that one more time. And this time, if you want to go a bit deeper, you can. If anyone wants to go into a full wheel, you can do it. I'm going to skip it today, but if you have it in your practice, go for it. But just remember, when you're coming down, your chin comes to the chest first. And you can go with your own breath in here. But if you're coming with me now, we'll inhale again, push the lower back into the mat, and then exhale, we'll lift the hips. And you have that same option to stay here. You can interlace the fingers behind your back, roll onto the shoulders a bit more, press into the feet. Good. So if you're doing your full wheel, make sure you look into your hands if you're there. And if you're coming out, chin to the chest. Good. Let's take one more breath here. And then releasing your fingers if you're holding them. Gently, gently, gently dropping your hips back down into the mat. And again, windscreen wipe the knees. And then we're going to hug our knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Lovely. So I'm going to give you an option now to go into into a shoulder stand. If you want to skip this one, and if you still want to have a tiny bit inversion, you can just extend the legs out in here. If you do have a block, you can always bring a block underneath your hips as well as the sacrum. But this is really nice, a way to just have a bit of inversion as well, so you get that blood flowing. If you want to come into a shoulder stand, the first thing you might want to move yourself a tiny bit more middle to the middle of the mat. And what you need to think about here now is that you want to support yourself with your hands. And if anyone has any neck problems, or if you're there and you feel anything in your neck, please come out to be really, really gentle with it. But we'll lift our legs up in here. You're going to think about lifting your hips and your hands will come to your lower back. And then try to bring your elbows a tiny little bit together, so you have that support in here. And then thinking about pushing your toes all the way up to the ceiling. So trying to find that straight line. It doesn't have to be super, super straight. And you can play around with the legs here as well. Anything that feels good. Sometimes it feels nice to just drop your legs over your head. Just play around or stay still. And the most important, keep breathing here. So don't hold your breath. You don't have to stay there long. Whenever you feel like you need to come out slowly. And you can just stay on your back. You can hug the knees into the chest. Good. Okay, so we're going to finish with one last stretching here today, and we're going to find a figure four. So if you're still in your inversion, super, super slowly, start dropping your hips down into the mat here. And we are going to go together into that figure four. So bringing your feet down, crossing your left ankle over the right knee, so the left knee drops out. And you can stay here, just push that left knee away, or you can interlake the fingers and take hold of the back of your right leg and hug it towards your chest in here. See if you can relax the shoulders, flex through both your feet in here. Nice, and keep your right leg nice and active as well, so push it towards your chest a bit. And imagine now pushing that right foot against the wall. You can close your eyes. We'll take another 4 breaths here. Good, last one. And then gently release your right foot down first, and then your left. And again, you can windscreen wipe the knees or hug the knees to the chest. Now we're going to go to the other side. So feet down, cross your right ankle over the left knee. And again, you can stay here, just push that right knee away from the chest or hug it into your chest. Again, flex through both your feet in here. Four more breaths. Last breath here. And then gently again letting your left leg go, left foot down into the mat. Then your right. And windscreen wiping again, hugging the knees in, or maybe find a happy baby here. Good. And then eventually we're going to find our way up, not up, we're going to find our way into our resting pose. So if you'd like, you can stay on your back. If you'd like to come up to seated, you can do that as well. Maybe go back into a child's pose where we started today, or maybe roll onto one side, so whatever feels good for you and the most comfortable for you. So find that position, making sure you don't have any tension in your bodies, especially in your hips, your legs and your shoulders. And then eventually close your eyes. And just take a moment here, allowing your body to have a rest, your mind to have a rest. Good. Slowly come back to your breath. And if you'd like to join me here, take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up your body, and exhale through the mouth and let go. Inhale again, fill up. Exhale, let go. Okay. One more time, inhale, fill up. Exhale, let go. Okay. And slowly come back to your body. Start waking up your fingers and your toes. Moving your head side to side. And then you have an option to take a full body stretch or hug the knees into the chest or do both. Then roll yourself onto your favorite side of the body. And then slowly find your way up to seated. Find a nice comfy seat for you. And you can rest your hands on your legs, or you can bring your hands together to touch to your heart center. Lower your head down towards your heart center. Thanking yourself for taking time this morning for yourself, for moving your body. And I would like to thank you all for joining me this morning. Open your eyes. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the session. Really nice and stretchy one. Have a lovely weekend. Have a good bank holiday weekend. And I hope I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Make sure you drink some water, as I always say. And have a good weekend, guys. Bye.